Yes. You know what that sound means? In the paddock F1, Greeny and the Cheese, a little off-season in the news special for you.
News.
Thanks for listening as always. Please hit that subscribe and like button if you haven't done so yet. Helps out here at the channel. Helps out more than you think. Helps that algorithm spit out some better stuff for us. So.
Spit it out, baby.
So thank you all for listening for the season as well. Thank you. But here we go. We got some in the news, actually. Got some other episodes coming up here in the future. We got a New Year's Eve special. Greeny will talk about in a second. We got a little reg special for the new regs. So yeah, got some things upcoming. But Greeny, how are you, sir? Great Christmas show.
Fantastic. Merry, happy holidays. Feliz.
Happy Hanukkah.
For everyone. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy. And I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone is doing well listening to the program. And of course, if hopefully everyone is thankful and has everything they need and is able to give just a little bit to a little of someone in need. So remember others this holiday season as you're going through the season. And we remember others as well because we have a lot of news to talk about. After I stayed up late to watch that absolutely ridiculous Jake Paul fiasco and Epstein file. Absolutely. But we're not going to talk about all that. That's for other programs to talk about.
This is an F1 show.
This is an F1 show. Sorry, I had to get that in there for you, Cheese. So there you go. So, yeah.
We are caffeinated and we are medicated. I blew that too.
And we got a lot.
I should have wrote something down.
You should have scribbled something down. Well, we got a few stories to talk about as the tide turns from 2025 to 2026, as Cheese aforementioned new regulations, as well as the 2025 holiday New Year's extravaganza, Greeny and the Cheese Awards. First, you can't call it annual. You can't call it anything. You just call it the awards show. And if you come back for a second year, then you got to call it right. I mean, I hate when people call it the first annual. That means nothing. So it's the Greeny and the Cheese New Year's holiday spectacular. And then if we do it again next year and it works, then it'll be the annual. So you got all that.
The second annual.
I
think so. I think I followed that ridiculous thought.
All right. Let's go. We got a couple news stories for you. So
probably not many people in the world that could have completely followed that one, but
well, there's a lot of stuff going out there. When you drop some stories, I got some stories for you too. So let's get to it.
All right, to kick it off, the world champion Lando Norris will be taking the number 1 for the 2026 season, as it should be. I kind of didn't care much for the period when Lewis didn't take the number 1, especially being the champ. I think you take that number 1. You're the defending champ. You take the number 1. So it's good to see. And since Max will not have the number 1 for the first time in 4 years, he, instead of going to the number 33, which he had before, he is going to number 3, which is actually his favorite number. So how about them apples?
How about them apples? Listen, Cheese, right now I'm actually, first of all, I'm kicking myself a little bit because we had an idea a couple episodes ago, and I'll get to that in a moment. But let's go back to Lando Norris first and taking number 1. Obviously, dude, the guy deserves number 1. So many drivers have done it before him. It's not a new thing. Yeah, take that number 1. Max,
as well, you should
get rid of the number 1. But getting back to what I mentioned before, we had mentioned in previous episodes, I should have had a song here, but I'm going to go back, and we're going to put our tinfoil hats on, and we're going to jump into it. I got to name this segment somehow. We got to figure it out. We got to get a song for it. But anyway, if you go online for the conspiracy theorists online, stop me if you heard this one. The Max number 3, okay? If you've seen it, go look at it right now if you're listening to the program. What Max's number 3 is going to look like. Because if you turn it upside down, right? If you turn the 3 upside down, yeah, we're wearing our tinfoil hats now. If you turn the 3 upside down, inside of the 3, the way the 3 is constructed is the number 1. I'll give you all a moment to look that up. But that's my tinfoil hat moment for the week. I'm not saying that I believe it, but it is believable when you look at it. And number 2, some people got a lot of time on their hands.
A lot of people do have a lot of time on their hands. That is a fact.
That is a fact.
I mean,
so what else do we have on tap, sir?
If that is what they did for the number, then that is the fancy drawing. Get out them tinfoil hats.
Get them tinfoil hats out. Not every tinfoil hat conspiracy is wrong.
No.
Most of them are wrong.
Yes.
Not all.
Not all. No. This is very true.
Anyway.
This is very true. But the big kahuna, news-wise, since Abu Dhabi, in the end of the season, was announced by Red Bull. The top advisor, Helmut Marko, will be leaving the team at the end of the year, even though he is contracted through until the end of 26. News has been reported that he unauthorized signing of a junior driver, which was contrary to management's consensus.
Naughty. Helmet.
And forced Red Bull to kick out some extra cash to dissolve the contract. Marco's 21-year tender will conclude. How about that? Horner and Marko leaving, getting basically pretty much the boot out of Red Bull in the same year. How about that?
Well, I mean, Christian Horner is half the age, like literally, of Helmut Marko. So let's go back to Helmut Marko for a second. The guy is no spring chicken.
No.
At the moment. So, what's his... It's probably input is advisory more than anything at this point. And, it's a new gen. I'm not saying that he can't contribute even to this new generation, but I don't know. If I'm Helmut Marko at this point in my life, I'm going to go and enjoy life and maybe go sit on a beach somewhere and not have to worry about working for any company or corporation. But that's just me. The man is motivated to work, and if he is motivated to work, he'll go somewhere. Someone will sign him somewhere to do something. And if it's not for the right price, it's not for the right price, and he'll go hang out with his family and grandkids and find a beach somewhere and spend the rest of his life because the man deserved it. Worked hard for many, many years. And, when you take a job at 61 years old and you're talking 2 decades later that you're still there and it's a shock. When you start a career when most people are looking at retirement and you're starting your 20-plus year career at a company. So give it up for Helmut Marko because that is just, it's an amazing accomplishment when people do that. That's a test of fortitude.
I mean, he's stepping down, but it's a forced step down. Let's be real.
No, we know that. We know that. Yeah, most step downs are forced or negotiated step downs.
The amount of people that have left Red Bull in the last year and a half now is pretty wow.
They're turning the leaf over. But you can see with the disastrous decisions from, and again, nothing highlights it worse than the Liam Lawson to Yuki Tsunoda to Isaac Hadjar decision.
Yeah.
Like, it literally, the revolving door joke cannot be more suited. If there's not a cartoon out there of three guys in a revolving door out there yet, someone just better make that on Gemini right now, because shit, man, that's like literally it's a cartoon of a revolving door. And the other drivers competing for the title. So it makes everyone wonder and question if there was any doubt that if Red Bull cleaned house this time last year after they lost the Constructors title to McLaren, they decided, listen, we lost the Constructors title. We're going into 2026 regs. Let's clean house into 2025. Let's move on from Horner with all of his stuff and decisions, and use whatever excuse you want. Use the Lewis Hamilton going to Ferrari spooked you, or whatever it might be, or we don't have a quality number 2 driver option available, whatever it might have been, and clean house, pick a number 2 driver, maybe have teamed up with Honda to put Yuki in that seat preseason, and made a decision. And the revolving door of Hadjar and Tsunoda and Lawson shows the dysfunction at the top. It clearly shows the dysfunction at the top. Nothing can highlight that more. 3 drivers in 1 seat in less than 12 months. Makes your freaking head spin.
Like 4 and like 13.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to add Checo in there, you want to go back to the end of November of 2023.
I mean, it's the
or 2024. I'm sorry.
You really want to get the tinfoil hat out. It's the post Danny Ricciardo, cursed seat of Red Bull, the second seat.
You really want to get the tinfoil hat on? What number did Danny Ricciardo have?
Oh God, I don't remember that.
Number 3. And we go full circle. I say screw it, and we just start a F1 tinfoil hat conspiracy theory show. I think that's right up your alley, Sarah. We'll do some talking this week, as we'll have a little vacation time, and I think hopefully everyone has a little bit of time off and vacation time and time with their families and friends over the next week or so here. What else do you have to finish strong before we head into the holiday special spectacular coming up in only 6 or 7 days from now?
It's really all I had. Those are the big kahunas, really.
Some big kahunas.
I mean, we're going to save some things for some later date and times as well, but.
Well, absolutely. Well, listen, as we brush up,
you want to know Cadillac is going to unveil their livery on a Super Bowl commercial. Apparently,
we got plenty of time for the Super Bowl.
But yeah, that's pretty much. Those are the really big kahunas.
All right. Well, for everyone out there listening, thank you all for listening, participating as always. We'll get a couple of these 15, 20-minute bangers out to you every week or so here in the off-season. And only a few days away from the holiday spectacular. Say what you got to say, brother.
We'll see you guys next time. And as always, thanks for listening. Hit that subscribe and like button and stay medicated, my friends.
Peace.